Chilling, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh coming at you with a card discussion today about a new Cyber Angel card coming out in the Raging Tempest set. That is Cyber Angel Nasatya. I don't know why I really can't say that. There's been so many takes of me trying to do that. Nasatya. But it is one of the more interesting Cyber Angels that is coming out, the support, and it's a pretty interesting one. There are some goods and some bads about it, so without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So it is a light level 5 ritual effect fairy type monster that has 1000 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect reads as follows. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. Once per turn, you can target one face-up card you control, gain life points equal to half its attack. When a ritual monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate the activation. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your graveyard. Then target one monster your opponent controls, special summon this card, and if you do, take control of that target. Okay, so there's a lot to go over, so we'll leave that last effect for last, basically. It is a light standard. It's a level 5, which is the only odd numbered like Cyber Angel out there currently. Everything is like even numbers. This one's odd because it's level 5. Very annoying because obviously with the Cyber Angels you like to, especially for the level 6s, you like to use only one target for the actual ritual summon, because otherwise you start falling back on the older mechanic of having to give up so much of the resources to just make one special summon of a ritual. And now with this, it's kind of a little bit annoying. However, there are good things you can do about this. It's one of the first ones really that doesn't get an effect of when it is tributed, and that is a little bit annoying because then you think, well, why would I want to run it? And it does have some cute effects in the fact that you can gain life points equal to half the attack of one of your monsters. So if you have like Vishnu out, you gain 1,500 and such like that. And it's not that great. You're only going to be gaining a very small amount, probably under 1,500 at the very most, unless you summon some monster. And the other thing, if you use it with like Ida 10, then obviously it gains 1,000 attack and far. Second effect of it being able to negate an attack isn't too bad, but again, I don't think that's really going to be used because this card, in my opinion, isn't going to be used on the field. It's going to be used in the graveyard. And its second effect, or its last effect, sorry, is you can banish one of the Cyber Angel monster. So there's obviously quite a few, including Petite Cyber Angel, and then you can special summon it from your graveyard, and you target one monster your opponent's side of the field, and you change your heart it permanently, and it's not once per turn. So you basically activate its effect, target a monster, special summon it. If that's all fine, you take that monster for free forever, and it's not once per turn effect. It's just mind-blowing. I've said that again, I'm basically repeating myself, but that's how good it is. So obviously you might be thinking, well, how the hell do I get this into the graveyard so that I can use it? Well, obviously there's the standard things like Foolish Burial and all that, but it kind of goes against the actual way that the deck runs if you put in a Foolish Burial. You want probably quite a few of these in the graveyard so you can abuse the effect, but in my opinion, it kind of goes against the grain of the way that the deck works. This kind of came out of left field because the whole point of the deck is obviously with Ben 10 to gain advantage, with Ida 10 to gain attack. Then you have the boss monsters like Vishnu and Dakini and all those that kind of just help you get over certain things and collect back some resources and protect your monsters. And this does protect it, but that last effect just came out of nowhere in my opinion. And I know this has been announced for a while and I haven't got around to it, but yeah, it's a very interesting one. I think I really need to test ways how to really properly use this card, because while it's obviously good with its secondary effects, the problem is that if you want to summon, for example, just a Herald of Perfection that you would normally summon in a Cyber Angel deck, you have to use a level 5 and a level 1 because it has to be the exact, which is pretty painful in my opinion. But you might say, okay, well, this is mainly just for the Cyber Angels, so fine. You then have to use other cards with these special summons, so maybe a Petite Cyber Angel and this to get it to your Ben 10, your Ida 10, or anything like that, so that's not too bad. Overall, the card's amazing. It has really good potential, and it has a really strong effect. Probably one of the best effects that's come around for this archetype. But it's the problem of getting it into the graveyard. And if you do use it, you're going to be sacrificing possibly some of your advantage cards that you're going to be, for example, if you were to use an Ida 10 or a Ben 10. That is where the problem lies for me. Now obviously you can use it with things like Saphira to gain a lot of advantage because it's an easy summon with that. Again, you do have to use other things, but you could load up Saphira with, for example, this and then a Ben 10 or an Ida 10, something like that. It makes a bit more sense, but for me, I think only really using one in the deck is probably where you want to go with it. It's not going to be a centerpiece. It's something that you can search to with like Ritual Sanctuary, Manju, Cyber Petite Angel, all those different things. And it's probably going to just be used for kind of like a real push play, because that's the only way I'm seeing it. The deck isn't really built around being able to summon this or being able to dump it into the graveyard, because you'll just lose the advantage very quickly, in my opinion. So I want to know what you guys think in the new Cyber Angel. Do you think it's a really amazing card, or do you just think that it's not that great simply because if it was a level 6 then it'd be absolutely amazing and it would be a staple, but because it's level 5 it makes things very, very difficult? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.